Joe, and I got to tell you, it's not extremely lengthy. What can you tell us about how you were able to use that?
I had to double up the actual screams. So I fed the tape twice, one after the other, into the program, and the program allowed me to use that as a sample. And then it tests itself in my testing. How you heard me raise my voice and all that. I took George Zimmerman's voice from his reenactment of this event, where he says, "Help me, I need your help, I want help." And he said that a number of times. And I use that as a basis of an exemplar, of a known exemplar, which is obviously he's on camera doing that. So
if I could just, what was your goal in doing this? What were you specifically trying to do when you compared the screams that you just described for us to that known exemplar? What is it you're looking to do?
Well, the basic question for me was, who's screaming? Okay, I had no sample or exemplar of Trayvon Martin. Okay, at that time it didn't exist. Or at least it didn't exist to me. So all I had was a Zimmerman, and that was from his own reenactment. So pursuant to that, I used Zimmerman to see whether Zimmerman would come up a yes or no on the person screaming.
Mr. Owen, were you able to conduct this analysis given the materials that you had? And if so, can you tell us a little bit about how you did that and what you came up with?
Yes. I said earlier that I had an exemplar of George Zimmerman from his reenactment. I took the reenactment, I need help, etc., and I made a tape out of that, sufficient length and all that to work in easy voice. I then took those enactments, that text, and elevated it electronically. Three semitones, 4 semitones, 6 semitones, which has the effect of raising the pitch up. I matched the pitch that the screams occur at, between 700 and 1500 hertz. Okay. There's also a sheet that I sent you from the Easy Voice, which shows that the 6th semitone, the 4th semitone, the 3 semitone, all match with George Zimmerman's original spoken word. The screams don't match at all. So that's what tells me that, okay, it's not George Zimmerman of the screams that I presented.
And I think you said you didn't make a determination as to who it was. You made a determination as to who it did not appear to be.
That's correct.
And did you say earlier that that was actually a much easier determination than if you had to go ahead and also make an identification?
Well, it's always harder to make a positive ID, whether it's George Zimmerman or anybody else.